Have you ever found yourself confused about which function to use in PHP for generating random numbers? It can be a bit tricky, right? If that's you, then you're in the right place. Today, we're diving into the differences between the rand and random int functions. I totally get it. Many developers have faced this dilemma. You want to generate random integers, but you're unsure which function is the best choice. You're not alone in this confusion. It's a common question in the PHP community. Here's the specific question we're addressing today. One user asked, what's the difference between rand and random int? Can I use random int instead of rand when I only need a random integer? Which one is faster? Sound familiar? Let's explore this together. So, what's the difference? The rand function generates pseudo-random integers, while random int generates cryptographically secure pseudo-random integers. This means random int is more secure for applications where randomness is crucial, like in cryptography. And stick around. At the end of this video, I'll share a quick tip on when to use each function for maximum efficiency. To understand the difference between the rand and random int functions, let's start with their definitions. The user should know that rand generates pseudo-random integers, while random int generates cryptographically secure pseudo-random integers. Next, the user might wonder if they can use random int instead of rand when only requiring a random integer. The answer is yes, but with a caveat. While random int is secure, it may be slower than rand due to its cryptographic nature. Now, let's discuss performance. If the user is generating a large number of random integers and speed is a priority, using rand would be more efficient. However, for security-sensitive applications, random int is the better choice. Finally, the user should consider the context of their application. If they are working on a project that requires secure random numbers, they should opt for random int. Otherwise, for general purposes, rand is sufficient. Fun fact, the concept of randomness has fascinated mathematicians for centuries. Who knew choosing a function could be so deep? Now let's look at the answers provided by other users. This user explains the differences between rand and random int. They note that rand is an alias for mtrand, which generates pseudo-random numbers that can be predictable. In contrast, random int provides cryptographically secure integers, making it safer against attacks. For security-sensitive applications, like generating GUIDs or barcodes, random int is preferred because it doesn't repeat values and is less predictable. However, if you're just displaying random greetings, rand is sufficient. In terms of performance, rand is significantly faster than random int. The user provides a command to test the speed, showing that rand can generate over 36 million numbers in 10 seconds, while random int generates just over 10 million. Let's take a look at another answer from another user. This user highlights that the rand function is not secure, as it generates predictable values. They point out that PHP 7.0 introduced random bytes and random int, which are designed to avoid the common issues found in most random number generators. Now let's see a response from a different user. In an alternative approach, a user highlights that in PHP version 8.0.3, the random int function has improved speed. They shared a code example comparing the performance of rand and random int over a 10-second period. The results showed that rand generated over 48 million integers, while random int generated about 30 million. This indicates that random int is now only about 40% slower than rand, a significant improvement from previous versions. The user also noted that increasing the maximum random value from 9 to 65,535 improved the speed for both functions. Let's take a look at an answer from another user. This user shares their experience with random int, noting that they haven't faced any issues using it. However, they emphasize the importance of using try and catch blocks, as random int can throw an exception if it can't gather enough entropy. Here's the tip I promised. If you're working on a project that requires security, always opt for random int. For simple applications where speed is key, rand will do just fine. And there you have it. Now you know the differences between rand and random int. Remember, choosing the right function can make a big difference in your application. If you found this video helpful, hit that subscribe button for more PHP tips, and don't miss our next video on optimizing your code.